Hello and welcome to another episode of The Laws of Minecraft with me, LawFromChaos. And you may remember that I was talking about doing magical crops, and if you didn't watch the last episode, obviously you don't. So that's what we're working on. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, when we were doing sifting dirt still, doing everything for that, one of the things we got was grass seeds. So I made a ton of dirt, mostly from eggs and such like that, and put like this. But a side effect, I think most people know, but just in case you don't, if you use bone meal on grass, on grass blocks, it will spawn actual grass. As well as sometimes you get various flowers. Now, in most times when you're just playing the game, this is just kind of a incidental thing to know and not all that useful. However, in Skyblock, it takes on a whole new ability and usability because it's the only way you're going to get most of the seeds. Obviously we got some carrots, some other stuff from sifting the dirt, but most seeds just aren't going to happen. And so what we're doing is we're going to make our own seeds of various kinds. See, look, there we go. Now I use bone meal and I get dirt all over. So I'm just doing this all over. So we're going to looks like we got some belladonna. And hopefully this 34 will be enough to get us at least the basics for most things. That's water artichoke, okay. Sweet corn, okay. Yes, and also just a nice side effect of that, of course, will be getting various kinds of flowers, which we'll be able to use for dyes and stuff like that. So we got strawberry, okay. So we're just going to keep clicking the center here until, because as you can see, it covers quite a broad range actually. It picks a broad range and puts stuff down. So we're just going to get through this. It's kind of fun to see what we're getting. I'll probably need a whole new chest after I'm done with this, just to store the new stuff we're getting. There's the really crappy looking rose. They do look really odd now. Only one of the things I'm like, in this particular visual pack that I'm like, it's just strange. That's alright, most of the time I like it, so. And the thing I'm looking for, and the key to all magical crops, is one single thing. It's an essence seed. Other than like the magical crops food items. There's a few food items that you get, like these things, the chili seeds and so on. But I'm looking for the essence one. And the essence seeds spawning on this server is turned down pretty far as duplication, but I think you still have about the same average of getting it from grass. This is good. This is coming along well. Don't want to use the matic because the matic will cut through dirt and then we'd have to wait again for things to grow. Cotton seeds, those could be useful. Another way of getting a string besides just silkworms. Though admittedly, I have not used silkworms before. Oh, I did not even realize that was possible. That's perfect. So it gave me a blue orchid. So rare chance to get some of the Ars Magica stuff, but I bet we can get most of them, to be honest. I'm not entirely certain how we'll get the ones on water. I wonder if you can like create lily pads or something if you hit water with bone meal. did not know. I am glad to find out new things. Yeah, I'm wondering if we can get like Tarmor root and that kind of stuff as well. So we can, that makes Ars Magica a reasonable effect. If not, there's other ways to do Ars Magica, skipping some of those things, because you can make some of the essences directly from bees and such. I actually have that in the overworld. I have the full setup for that, so all the basic elemental ones are already there. Yeah, I'm hoping this much bone will be enough. I've got more bones, but in order to maximize those, I'd want to take them to, I think the Applied Energistics Grindstone, and just do it by hand, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Admittedly, I could automate that with an autonomous activator, but still. Yeah, just because you can automate something doesn't mean it's still, yeah, could still be very inconvenient to do. Keep hoping I'll get some essence seeds. They're not particularly common. We'll get them eventually. Ah, speak of the devil, somebody's asking me for something. Air essence from magical crops. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go over to the old world and help him out with something. So, back a sec. Okay, I've just gone and come back again. Wait, look, I think that's the one we're looking for. Yes. So, they're a little rare, but you do eventually get them. I'm wondering if there's anything else I'm missing I should make sure I get. I got grape seeds in the magical kind. I know there's another kind of grape, but I'm wondering if they're only possible to get them at villages and stuff. But I don't know if it's true, because you can get rice for the growth craft. I don't know. Let's take a look at the growth craft stuff. See, these are what I'm looking for. Grapes. Because you can use these. Looking for the grape seeds, which is, yeah, these things. Which only come from that, but I'm not sure if they might come out from normal dirt too. Yeah, now you can get this bamboo shoot from jungle leaves. Okay. Well then, I think we're going to leave this alone for the moment. But it's obviously going to be our primary farming area as well, because I laid it out nicely. I don't know if you noticed, it's 9 by 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to put water there, and it should hydrate everything. So, oh yeah, I need to put water there first. Otherwise, yes, they will just kind of do that. Revert back to their primitive form. Very good. Now, on most servers, you'll have an easier time than I will at getting these magical crop seeds to replicate. Because on most servers, I think the odds are like 20% of getting a second seed. I think that's default. On this one, it is 6%, I believe. It's about 1 in 19 or so, which means you have to grow it a lot of times before anything happens. But we do have some ways to speed that process up, and I'll be going over those shortly. Oop, looks like I broke this thing. I just put a bunch of stone in there so I could just go in and fix things as I needed it. Yes, obviously I am losing all the grass I've got here, so I won't be able to get grass again from this particular section, but I've got plenty more grass seeds. I only used one, and then just let the grass spread, because that seemed like the smartest thing to do when you're trying to conserve resources. And that is what we were trying to do here in the sky. Yes. Sky requires a whole different outlook on a lot of things, like dirt, precious. You don't think that way on the ground, and eventually I won't think that way here anymore. Right now I get enough automation, enough produced resources that used to be precious won't be anymore. What is that? Solid spruce wood door. Not really something I need, but interesting to know that it can be made. Let that take that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this over here for a couple things. One is for the stuff we just made, like flowers and stuff, but also just for everything we're gonna produce. Now the rice, I think, has to go into like rice paddies, but you'd have to make those separately. I think they'd have to be like right next to water, something, I can't remember. And the server's going to be restarting shortly. So, I am just going to do the very most basic thing then, and I'm just going to plant of these what I can. And the water jar took, just so people know, you can only put them in water. I know that sounds obvious, but it may not be for some, so I'm going to put that there. I don't think you can step on them, or no, not like a lily pad. Wish you could, that'd be kind of cool. But, so I'm going to plant the various seeds and everything else and get everything started, and then we're going to continue our magical crop after I've done a few cycles of this. Oh, I did want to point out the one thing to make this go faster. That's right. Let's do that first. I should have time to get that done before we have to head out, and I probably want that wood now, ironically. Yes, we're going to make a watering can. Very simple thing, but very, very useful. Yep, it's just stone. So you can make these pretty much from the very beginning if you really wanted to. Stone, only thing you'd have trouble with is bone meal, but you could sieve dust for that if you wanted to get it that way, or kill skeletons at night. Okay, bowl, bone meal, and pure stone. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, I said. Yes, and the other recipe in there, the this one right here, it's only for peaceful mode, so where you wouldn't be able to necessarily get it normally. And we're going to dip this in water. And should function now as a, just make sure. Should function now to accelerate the speed, and I think I got my particles off. Let's turn that on. There we go. Ah, yes, so you can see it's working. Okay, so now it'll work, and if I do this and hold it here, it will gradually make this go faster. Still kind of a slow process, but much faster this way than just letting it sit there. But you can do it either way. It's up to you. You could let just your farm sit here and stay loaded because you're around it while you do other stuff. I mean, there's a million different little projects you can be working on to get things working properly. You could leave your crops here while you ended up breaking tons and tons and tons of cobblestone down into gravel and sand or dust, and then sieving it all. But I do want to just get this one thing to grow fairly quickly here as we come along, and there it is. So we've got some magical essence dust, and we got some essence seeds. And now rinse and repeat, and everything's good. Okay, so, yeah, sorry, I got distracted there for a second for somebody asking me something. That is everything. Got those. I'm going to plant a bunch of this other stuff too, because you can use this like magical fertilizer or something. There's something you can do. I'm going to need a bunch of everything, so I'm going to try and make all the magical crops, because I think one of the side effects is nature essence, which you can use for other possibilities later, though I think it might require a diamond for each of them, which is ridiculous. But, you know, it is what it is. Corn's cool looking. Okay, well, everything's going to close down, so I will see you guys later.